the Macmillan talking stories can revitalize teaching when it is used effectively with the technology. I believe we live in the technological age where our children's first language really is technology, and not English or Afrikaans or Isitosa. And I believe that we are losing that relationship with our children because we are not speaking their language.
A number of literacy initiatives put in place, wonderful initiatives by the Education Department. This is just one, and this one uses technology and uses it very powerfully. Grade 3 literacy results have improved because of a whole lot of initiatives, not just the talking stories. But the talking stories have played a part, and it's really good to see that the grade 6 results have also moved quite significantly from 55% to 78% in literacy. Bridgeville is not a perfect school. There are still lots of issues that need to be addressed. But in the area of literacy, that school has come on astronomically. It's amazing. Now, if we saw that kind of improvement in a broad base of schools over a 6-month period, something wonderful is happening. Kids love technology.
Look on the ground. What can you see?
What do you see on there?
Snake. Where is the owl? The owl is in the tree.
Well done.
A large percentage of the children that go to school are not socialized into a reading culture. And that is why technology is so important. And that is why we need to pay attention to these young children. So children who don't have a print culture in their homes, that's a large percentage of our children, will not be able to succeed in school if we don't do, as educationists, something quite extraordinary. And what the interactive whiteboard does, and what the technology does, is it socializes children into reading, and it brings into the classroom what is missing in the home.
So we really need children to be reading in the home. A great vision I have for the future is to get these talking stories on cell phones. You realize that we have about 100% penetration with cell phones in South Africa. That means almost every person in the country, even in the rural areas, owns a cell phone. I went to the Eastern Cape and I asked the department, the education department, well, if they don't have electricity in these rural communities, how do they manage with a cell phone? Well, there's a lady in every community who collects them all up, charges R5 and goes to the nearby village with electricity to recharge the cell phones. If we can get talking stories to those kids, we can create a culture of reading in the home using technology, even where books are not accessible.
I believe it is one of the developments that, in conjunction with ICT, can radically impact the way we teach and learn.
When we look at the district that I represent, we have about 220 schools, and by far one of the most effective partners that we have is Radical Learning in conjunction with Macmillan and the use of talking stories software. And we've seen incredible changes in the literacy levels of the schools where it is present. If I had my way, we would have talking stories in every single school in the district, but there are funding issues, of course, and we're working on that at the moment. I'm interested that Kathy mentioned to you about the high school use of talking stories, and that is a fact. It's also in our district. Despite of the fact, as you've seen the level of the stories, it is effective even at a higher level, and educators are clamoring to get to it and to use it in their schools. I think one of the strengths for me of the program is the fact that it was one of the first programs available in the 3 home languages of our learners, English, Afrikaans and isiXhosa. So that Xhosa learner could toggle between the English and the Xhosa program if they were stuck with a word or a concept, and that of course is extremely valuable. The other really important thing is the amazing backup that we get. The training is intense and ongoing, and that is not common to all software companies. So Talking Stories personnel are really interested in making sure that Talking Stories is effectively used. In addition to that, there's a blog which provides very, very effective guidance in getting through the curriculum and integrating the Talking Stories into the curriculum delivery process. So it's an all-round package, and it's geared also to link the software with what is happening in the classroom. They're not discrete activities. They're all linked together. So we're very proud to be associated with Radical Learning and Macmillan and the Talking Stories software, and we wish them well in the future.